coming back from an appointment with a non-motivated seller. So I'm gonna wring Gia's neck when I get back. Now she's great. Anyway, so just left the seller's house. Come to find out, this is what happens when you have a lead manager. And Gia's phenomenal, by the way. She's an absolutely phenomenal lead manager. She's amazing. But you know, for me, I would tend to probe a seller a little deeper on price and really try to understand what the situation was. So here's the deal. So I walked in. This guy is a Hispanic guy, super smart Hispanic guy. He owns his house free and clear. He owns 5 other houses. Okay, 5 other houses. 2 of them are free and clear. The other ones, the other 3, have very small loans on them, right? So this guy is a savvy real estate investor. He's about 53 years old, super smart, Hispanic guy, and does a lot of the work himself. And he literally, he wants $245. He turned down $237 cash. Now, he turned down $230. He goes, I want $245 in my bank account. He goes, if I get $245 in my bank account, I'll sell. I'm like, okay. And I said, yeah. So you talked to Gia. Gia said you'd like to do some seller financing. You know, what are you thinking there? And the guy goes, well, seller financing, he goes, I want an 80% down, right? So 200 grand down, seller carry 45 grand. I'm like, dude, that doesn't work. Yo, that does not work. So we got off the whole negotiation on the price. I said, dude, listen, I'm not your guy. I said, my phone's melting off the hook. We're buying properties at 50 to 60 cents on the dollar. I said, you know, and that's how he buys property. So the dude's a flat out real estate investor. He's getting deals done. So I show up. So you just got to understand, in this business, you will go on appointments that there's absolutely nowhere to go when it comes to you actually getting a deal with him. Because, hey, I mean, the guy wants full retail for the property. He's not willing to budge at all. His seller carry number, he wanted $200,000 seller carry, right? So what do you do? I mean, what do you do in that situation? So here's the thing. He's got in his bank probably about $250,000 to $300,000 cash, and he's looking for another property. Well, I turned him into a buyer. So I put him in my phone as a buyer because he's looking for properties. And I said, well, I'm gonna find you deals. So we've got a deal we're picking up. Okay. So we got a deal we're picking up here on Thursday that is a triplex, right? It's a triplex, and it's in the probably 250 range. We're picking it up for. This would be a perfect deal, and for me, I don't want to keep it because I'd rather do bigger units, 100 unit plus. But for him, it'd be a perfect deal, and we could probably sell it to him for $270 and be fine, and he'd be ecstatic, right? I already told him about the price, about $270, $275. Anyways, so the bottom line is guess what? He wasn't a seller because he's too smart. The guy is too smart, and I told him, I said, listen, dude, you're too smart. You know the game. You got 250 grand cash in the bank. You own 5 houses. 2 of them are free and clear. You know, I'm the type of guy that comes in. This is what I do. I come in and I get properties at, 40, 50, 60, 70 cents on the dollar. I said, I sell the guys like you, right, that buy the properties, they fix them up, and then turn around and sell them. So when you run into someone like that, I could have just left and been a jerk. I could have just said, hey, this is a waste of my time. I'm out of here. But he's coming to our meetup that's going to be coming this month. He's going to come to our meetup. And he might be a buyer that buys one of our properties. He's looking for properties right now that he can buy and invest in. And I explained how you could do seller financing. And this is what he said. He said, listen, he goes, I've been trying to learn about this wholesaling. I've been trying to learn about more real estate investing. He goes, but you know, there was this big seminar that came in town. I called them up to try to talk to them, and they wouldn't give me a ticket. They wouldn't even book an appointment. This is this guy telling me. He's a real estate investor, 250 grand in the bank, owns 5 properties, 2 are free and clear. And he's saying, hey, I'm trying to learn real estate investing, and I'm trying to learn it, but I don't know where to go. So I'm going to pull this guy in, right? I'm going to pull him in and bring him to our meetup group, help him learn, help him teach him, and make him a friend. And be a great thing, you know what I mean? Be a great thing. He could definitely be a really good buyer that can buy off our email list. So listen, every deal you have to find, it's almost like this. For everything that doesn't work, you have to find the positive equivalent of how you can get it to work, right? So I went there for an assumption that he was motivated, that he wanted to do seller carry. He owned it free and clear, and he just wanted to get rid of it, quote, right? So now Gia, our lead manager, took that information in and assumed that the guy wanted to just get rid of it. So obviously, me, if I'm talking on the phone, I would have more probing questions to determine if this guy was legit or not. But hey, you know what? I would have never met the guy if I would have never went on the appointment. This guy will buy houses from me. This guy will, potentially, he could be part of the Flip to Freedom Academy. Who knows? The guy is eager to learn more about real estate. He said he's that really nice Hispanic guy, 53 years old. He says, I feel like I'm on an island. He goes, I don't have anybody to talk to. I don't have anybody else is, doing real estate deals. And, I'm trying to find, if there's anybody else I could meet out there. And he left. He goes, hey, thank you so much for coming. I greatly appreciate it. I can't wait to come to your meetup. I want to learn more about real estate. What a great thing, man. What if I was putting this guy's life, to help him further his success and further his career. Maybe he's going to buy properties from us, but but all that is good. You know what I mean? It's all a positive thing that comes out of it. So, people go into houses, and you got to remember, people are people. We're dealing with people, right? You got to put yourself in their shoes. You have to be empathetic and talk to them, and not just worry about getting the deal. If you really are sincerely interested in people and want to help them, and you want to listen to them, and you want to learn, and you want to do right by them, then you'll be amazed at how much business you'll attract in your life. I see so many people, they just want to go in and meet a seller, and if they find out the seller wants retail, they shut off. They forget they're talking to a seller, right? I mean, they forget they're talking to someone, and they just shut off, and then and now they're out of there, right? They're gonna leave. And literally, if you met someone on any other environment, and if you met them somewhere else, you'd be nice to them, you'd talk to them, you would find out their story, you'd figure out their help them. Just because it's not on your path immediately doesn't mean that couldn't be an amazing connection, right? Amazing connection. Yeah, exactly. I will die on the treadmill. Yeah, Will Smith, baby. The bottom line is you got to remember, if you put people first. I mean, what does it say in the Bible, right? It says, what is the golden rule in the Bible, right? Treat thy neighbor like thyself. That's what it says in the Bible. So many people go in, and they just go in, and all they care about is just, I got to make a deal, or I got to make money, or I got to do that. But if you actually go in and talk to sellers, and you actually treat them like you would want to be treated, you treat them with respect, you treat them with dignity, you treat them with love and kindness, right? And you do the best you can do to assist them where they can, whatever it might be. I'm telling you, you will attract more deals and more business you know, in your life than you could even possibly fathom. Not every appointment you go on is going to be a deal. It's not going to. Not every appointment you're going to go on is the seller's going to lay down and say, oh, I'll take 60 cents on the dollar. Some will, right? Some will. But if you look at on the potential of how you could impact. I mean, we make an impact every single day. You don't have to be on Instagram and go live to make an impact. You don't have to have a following on Facebook to have an impact. You can make an impact on one person that you meet. And I know for a fact, I made an impact on this guy. I made a positive impact on this guy. I made him feel like he was worthy, right? That he was smart as a real estate investor. I built him up, you know, and also too, I invited him to a meetup to come up, and we might sell him a property. So, you know, not every deal, every appointment that you go on, everything is going to be exactly the way you determine it's going to be. But you have to be open. So this was a good appointment. I really, you know, like I said, not every appointment. The guy literally wanted retail. He's a real estate investor. He's got 250 grand in the bank. He owns 5 properties. He does not need to sell. I mean, the guy has no need to sell. He's starting to feel the market right now. That's why he's obviously wants to sell and get the property done. You know, but the bottom line is he can rent it out. I mean, literally, he owns it free and clear, and he's getting $1,600 a month rent, right? So you go in with one perception, and you come out with another, right? I was going in under the impression or perception that the guy wanted to dump it. He was willing to carry potentially up to 80%, which is wrong. And he wanted to do seller financing, but that didn't get me mad. I didn't get mad and go, man, this sucks. And I stomp out of the appointment and go home because I believe it's a waste of time. No, I went in there and I you know, I sat down and talked to the guy, man. He was a good dude. And every single seller, every single person you meet, every buyer you meet, every seller you meet, there's an opportunity if you slow down, if you stop looking at your phone, put your phone down, you know what I mean, and really engage in someone's life and ask the right questions. You'll be amazed what they open up to you. I mean, I'll be friends with this guy. He seems like a cool dude. And maybe I can make more of an impact in his life. You know what I mean? Maybe he buys a bunch more properties. Maybe I help him become more successful in his real estate investing. He's out there searching for people that, you know, for real estate investing, and no one's willing to help the guy out because, you know, because he this is his words. He quoted. He goes, "No one really wants to talk to me because they think I'm Mexican." That's what he said. You know, and I said, "Dude, you're a smart guy, man." I said, "You can come to my office. You can come. You can come. We do a meetup. You're more than welcome to come, man. I think you'd be a great asset. Talking to, you know, some of our people there, and you'll learn a bunch of great information." And I built him up. I made him feel good about himself and stuff. So this business, just remember, it's the biggest thing I can relay is it's more than the money, right? I mean, it's more. You're meeting people all day, every day. You know, if you treat thy neighbor like thyself, right? The golden rule. If you do that, man, you'll have great things coming to you. So, all right, guys, I gotta sign off. Time to pull into home and talk to the fam. All right, love you guys. Take care. Have a good night.